Thanks for joining me for today's short scale study. Today, we're going to build our tone and technique in the key of concert D minor. Concert D minor for the bass clarinet is in the E minor scale and requires us to play some low notes. Let's review those now. To start today's scale, we're going to need our low E fingering. You may know it already, but if not, I want to review. We'll need our thumb on the key in the back, but not the register key. We'll need our first three fingers on our left hand and our first three fingers on our right hand, and we'll need our two pinkies. Our right pinky will activate the F key, and our left pinky will activate the low E key right here. The next note we're going to need for today's scale is an F sharp, which will require us to take this pinky that's right here with our left hand and drag it across to the key behind it, the F sharp key. Now, this is not the only way to play E to F sharp, and it's not even the best way. But for today, to get accuracy and to understand what we're doing, I would like you to use that method. So E to F sharp. Then we're going to need the notes G, A, B natural with our second finger, C, and D sharp is our next note. So D fingering with the side of our first finger, activate that lower side key on our right hand. That gives us D sharp, and we're going to end with the note E. Well, that was a long explanation, but let's get right into our first scale, the harmonic minor scale and arpeggio quarter notes. Start with that low E fingering. 1, 2, ready. If you made some errors, remember that you can always pause, rewind, and replay the explanation, the fingerings, or you can just play along with me again through that number 1. You might even want to take a few moments to practice the combination switch from low E to low F sharp. Remember, there's another way, a better way to play it. However, for today, I want you to understand that those notes have some sort of connection, and we're going to use one pinky to make that connection. Let's move on to number 2, harmonic minor scale and arpeggio eighth notes. Remember to use that F sharp on the way up the scale and the way down. 1, 2, and ready, set, go. Now we'll move on to the minor chord study. 1, 2, ready, begin. We're back at it with our pinkies in the exercise called thirds. Start with low E and make sure that you use both pinkies for the F sharp fingerings throughout this exercise. 1 and 2 and ready and go. That went by fast. Remember, you can pause, rewind, and replay. You might also consider pausing and readjusting your metronome to a slower or faster tempo and use the speed that's best for you to build accuracy and success. Next, let's move on to the chromatic pivot scale. Today's pivot note is B natural, and our low fingering for B natural, 3 fingers on top, second finger on the bottom. Also in this exercise, the second note is A sharp, You guessed B flat. That's correct. We need our B flat fingering for that A sharp. Then A, G sharp is the 6th note, and the G sharp fingering is 3 fingers with our left hand, 3 fingers for our right hand, and then the pinky on the top pinky key next to our G. After the quarter rest, we'll need our low G fingering. We'll need the low F sharp fingering that we started this scales study with. We'll need our low F fingering, the natural F or F natural fingering, which requires just 1 pinky key. And then we'll require our low E fingering to finish this exercise, chromatic pivot scale. So let's do it together. 1, 2, ready, begin. Now we'll move on to our chromatic scale. It starts with our low E, 2 pinkies. Take 1 pinky away, the left pinky, and you'll get the F fingering. Add that left pinky back, this time on the F sharp key. And the 4th note is G. Lift both pinkies. In the next measure, we have to place a pinky back down, but this time we're adding our right pinky to the G sharp key. Then A sharp, which remember is B flat, B natural, C sharp, D sharp, add that side key, and E. On the way back down, we'll follow the same fingerings, but in reverse order. Now remember, at the back of this book is a fingering guide or a fingering chart that you can use for the fingerings to the keys that you're unfamiliar with. Use that to help you go down the chromatic scale. Let's play the chromatic scale going up and down. 1, 2, ready, begin. And we'll finish today's scale study with the chorale. Remember to play the F sharps when needed. 1, 2, ready, go. And there you have it, Concert D minor. Hey, I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you've enjoyed playing along. Consider continuing to work through this exercise or these exercises again real soon. Remember, there's other scale study exercises and lesson book studies in other series in this method. So, as I always say, I hope to see you again soon, but keep on practicing.